turns out when you field frames made out of paper mache and dreams, howitzer shells tend to crush them quickly.
Hey, this is Editing Grover. A couple things I wanted to point out that were missed in the original intro to this video. One is I'm going to refer to a house rule during this battle report. Whenever we're playing miniatures games, they're three-dimensional. There's height. And I really like having rules that encourage people to use that height to their advantage, whether it's a bonus to defense or a bonus on the attack. In this case, what we decided to do as a house rule is that attackers who are elevated over their target, the target will have a -1 to their armor to a minimum of 1. Basically the same as the surge result for the howitzer, and then it does not stack with the howitzer surge result. You're going to see us kind of fight for the high ground here. There's a couple references to cheat sheets. I created a cheat sheet. I forgot to bring it when we filmed this, so we'll kind of jokingly refer to the missing cheat sheet. I'm going to put a link down in the description, Google Documents link that'll allow you to take a look at that cheat sheet that I put together. It shows you all of your actions summarized and the conditions for victory for the earning credits. Hey, it's Grover with Old Ones with Dice. Today we're at the local game club playing Mobile Arms Endless Destiny from Blacksite Studios with my friend Sean. So me and Sean have played the game a few times. Still a little rough on the rules. We might have to pause and check a few things, but what did you think of the game so far?
I've enjoyed everything I've played.
All right, let's get to it.
All right, so for this list, I brought 4 frames, 3 light frames, 1 medium frame. General thought process for the medium frame is to load it down with enough equipment that it should be able to act fast enough to get into melee. It's got an auxiliary generator, heat sinks, reactive shielding, and a Giga Scalpel. On each of the 3 light frames, all of them have the same loadout: missile pods, auto rifle, reactive shielding. My general thoughts with these guys is to have somebody establish a lock, hopefully maintain it, and then have the rest of them start bombarding with missile pods, trying to not overheat them too quickly.
Okay, for my list, I went with 3 classic frames, the light, heavy, and a medium. So for the light, I was really thinking I wanted something real defensive. So I went with reactive shielding, the dampening array, try to make it a little bit savable, and then an auto rifle just so it can do a little bit of snap fire. For my medium, definitely going with, I want to hit hard. So we got the dual howitzers with the enhanced scopes. That combo is pretty brutal. The beam weapon, if I can get that surge off and get a lock token, that ties in with my medium, which has the missile pods. Possibly able to get some indirect if I can get a lock on one of the enemy frames. The chain gun, because I just like rolling 6 dice, and it does have a howitzer. One downside is with this, the medium, I don't have a snap fire, but we'll see how that goes, not having a snap fire weapon on that frame. All right, that's my list. We've deployed. I'm in this corner here. We have Sean's forces there. He has 3 light frames and a medium. I have a light, heavy, and a medium frame. We've put out the points of interest according to the rules, and we're good to go. So I'm going to activate the light frame here. Just going to aim for that point of interest.
I forget how these points of interest work. Yeah, within S of an objective, that counts as secured. If you interact with it, you get points.
So while you're looking, how do you have to be in base contact to interact with it?
God, it's in a different section. It's under the interact action. So if you're within S of an objective.
See, my nice short handy, my handy dandy Shortcut key would have told me that. Okay.
Someone didn't.
80% battery.
Interact within S.
If I think
Okay.
we should zoom in, could I?
Yep.
Okay. Just wants to know.
So I'm going to take an interaction. He's going to interact with the point. And then he's also going to, if you would like, you get a reaction shot.
Oh, right. I do have auto rifles with snapfire. Yeah, let's shoot him.
Okay.
Let's shoot him. I'm gonna differentiate these boys real quick. All right, good old number 2 is gonna take a shot. Is the heat applied after the action, or? I believe so.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
don't know if it would make a difference.
It would for the heat results, because you track for.
Oh, okay.
So, auto rifle, snapfire reaction, 5 die, 1 power. So here I am rolling 5 dice
In the tray.
in the tray.
In the tray.
You know, the way you jumped on that makes it sound like I was out here just throwing dice across the table when we haven't even rolled yet.
You got surge. You definitely have surge.
What's your defense?
3.
3.
Front arc. Oh, house rule because you're elevated. So it's a 2.
Okay. I'll spend these 3 for the auto rifle's surge ability to add a hit to the result.
Okay.
And I'll spend the other 2 for the bipedal surge ability, jet strafe, to get a strafe action.
Okay.
Which is left or right, moving short. Remind me, how does falling work? Because I feel like I'm about to.
I don't know. It's like there are rules for falling. I'm just going to say go down to the bottom. Don't worry about it. While it's cool,
And we're going to keep the front arc that way.
all right, so he did 1 damage. Run damage, correct?
1 damage.
All right.
And then ran. Go away.
I forgot to call it, but I do have reactive armor on that guy. Which would have negated it, but I didn't call it.
Which
so-
would have made it worthless to shoot.
Yes. That's why I gave him all this stuff. But my fault, I forgot to call it.
You gotta tell me what you guys have when it's relevant. You know, it's a game where we talk to each other about our little plastic soldiers, Mike.
So I'm going to shoot at
At who, Mike?
nobody. Now I can't even shoot at anybody. All right. What can I do? I'm going to do a sidestep. And I'm going to end his activation. To you.
I'm gonna activate Lefty here, as he is my light frame with a left side auto rifle, and I need to tell these guys apart somehow. So Lefty is going to do his free mobility action. He is going to move medium, and I'm gonna try and get him in this general area. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to. That.
If you need to, they're barrels, just kick them out of the way.
Gotcha. Do-do-do. That's where he's going for his free mobility action. Now, with they can perform each action once per activation, yeah? So I can't move again. I would have to like strafe.
No. That was one of the things. You can continue to move each activation. So if you wanted to keep move, you can. The
But
first
the-
one is free.
The rest are heat.
Yeah. As far as I can understand, that was something we were misunderstanding in the earlier game.
Ooh, get that out of there. Yeah, I'll move again. So lefty is gonna get a heat, and lefty's gonna move up. And
I don't think anyone's got line of sight there.
nope, no lines nowhere. But I think I've done enough. That's all I'm gonna activate there.
Okay, I'm going to activate this guy. He is going to do a non-movement movement.
Rotate, got it.
He's just doing a 0-degree rotation, shall we say. And then I'm going to interact with that token, that point of interest. That'll take heat. This is on my medium frame. So I don't know if anyone's got line of sight to him. All right. And then he is going to... Let's see. So I'm going to do a medium. He's going to move out. Staying within small. All right, there we go. Okay,
How do I move up and down the elevation?
so that's his activation. Are you guys going to come out and interact with any of these points of interest?
Maybe, who knows? I'm not seeing anything about going up and down elevation.
It's vaulting. It's under the optional rules.
Vaulting.
I believe that's what it's called.
Verticality. The vault core mobility action within S or less of its frame feature with the first vertically higher and lower than the activating frame. Measure the distance of the height using widgets holding in perpendicular. If it's the frame or higher or lower is L or less, place your frame on top within M horizontally. Oh, so I can just... And then if it's between short and medium, it gets 1 heat, 2 heat if it's between medium and long. Tall. All right, how am I gonna approach this? How am I gonna figure what I'm doing? What are we doing here?
You should probably activate one of your models.
Well, you see, Mike, that's a wonderful suggestion, and I think I'm gonna take that suggestion. You know, really some hard-hitting advice here. A wizened veteran of this game suggesting the base gameplay action. Phenomenal. Let's go ahead and have righty move. We're gonna have righty vault up this building, which is between medium and short because it's smaller than the medium.
Okay.
So I get to move him up and within medium horizontally. So we're going to put him as perpendicular as I can make that. They said within medium. If I read that right. So that's 1 heat for him. Good old righty.
Are you going to shoot at anybody?
See, what I'm gonna do is look at the lock action and make sure I know how that works. Did I go past it? I swear if I went past it. Line of sight, heat, surge, cover. There it is. Line of sight, front arc, roll 4 dice. Strikes are equal to or greater than the number of shields in the front arc. Yeah, sure. I'll take a heat and try to have righty here apply a target lock to your medium.
Okay.
There's a heat. And some 4 dice.
Oh, nice.
Look at that. Look at that. Enjoy being locked.
Now that generated heat.
It is an action.
Excellent.
Now you're going to react with Snapfire, aren't you?
I'm going to react with Snapfire.
Mm-hmm.
Not from him, because he has no Snapfire weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Just realized that.
Mm-hmm.
But he has. So the light one is going to. The light frame is going to take a Snapfire at your light frame.
I'm wondering how he's even seeing him.
I can see. I'm going to give you cover though.
A kind and benevolent God.
Well, I mean, I
truly.
can see cover. So that brings your armor up to 4.
Hey, what type of shots are you taking? What's,
Those are going to be with the auto rifle.
Cool. I've got reactive shielding.
What? All right. So you have
that's-
armor 5.
Yep.
What kind of bull hockey is that?
Look, Mike, we've played enough games that I know that you have an obsession with howitzers, and I'm running light. I'm running light frames. So
What is my surge? I definitely did not hit, but I did get a surge. So I got a total of I got 2 hits, which does not penetrate your armor. So I'm going to yeah. And my heat tokens, I have 2 there, and I have 3 tokens on the. So that weapon is overheated.
All right. So I'm going to try.
I shouldn't have done that. That was a mistake.
Gonna try and fire on the locked medium frame with a missile pod with righty. So there's a heat. And let's roll 4 dice. What's the defense?
Now, one
on-
thing to keep in mind, not that it makes that much of a difference, you don't need to have line of sight for oh wait.
You need to maintain line of sight with somebody for the lock.
Yeah, I think the missile pods.
That ain't bad. That ain't bad, but it overheats.
Never mind, I think oh yeah, it has indirect.
So
So you could have fired from one of these guys without taking a risk of getting snap fired, but
well, I need to establish the lock first.
we already had the lock.
I just established the lock with him.
Right, but the snap fire is generated by the frame generating the heat. So
Which
if, say, this
established
guy
the lock.
did, I would never be able to snap fire back at him.
Thoughts for later.
Yes.
So righty's taking the missile pod shot, rolling 4 dice, generating enough heat to overheat the missile pod, but that is 3 successes against
3
your
successes.
armor.
Armor 2 because of the elevation. So
3 damage off a missile pod.
on my,
Now that is ballistic.
that I don't have. He doesn't have any reactive. This guy has all the.
Gotcha. That
The light
is
has the.
3 heat on righty, so righty is done for this vent cycle. Over to you, Mike.
All right, so I am going to activate the medium. He's going to fire at the guy up on the hill with a howitzer. 4 dice. Plus I have enhanced scopes.
Okay.
So whenever the frame performs a ranged attack, peripheral action, add a hit and a lightning, a surge result.
Okay, I have reactive shielding.
Okay, which will bring your armor up to
4 elevation does nothing here?
no.
Okay. So I'm looking at 4 armor.
Okay, I did get the surge result out. but I only have 2. So the reactive armor saved you. And the howitzer definitely overheated.
And so did your scopes.
And so did the scope. All right.
Back to me. So where are you seeing on the missile pods that they're indirect?
It's up at the very top.
Oh,
It
the
says
keyword.
module weapon indirect.
Gotcha. Well, because of that, I'm going to go ahead and activate number 2. And we're going to take missile pod shots.
The whole thing I said with the missile pod doesn't make any sense because it doesn't have snap fire.
Correct.
So
Look, I was letting an old guy ramble. I'm be real. Just going to be honest there. So number 2 is going to fire on the medium frame.
I believe the correct response is okay, boomer.
Eh. Oof. That's 2 and some surge and a heat.
And this was the missile pod
Yep.
back at that same target, the medium.
Yep. Now, surge ability on a bit of equipment is only applied to that weapon attack, right? So I can't use the auto rifle surge ability to add a hit because the auto rifle isn't firing.
Right.
All right. So that's a resounding not a lot.
Well, you got 2 hits, and because you're elevated, my armor's down to 2.
Okay.
Oh, that guy, never mind.
Indirect fire.
Indirect. Fair enough.
But I do get to use some surge abilities. I'm going to use the jet strafe and perform the strafe ability and just shimmy a little bit.
Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy.
Do, 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 do.
Kick them barrels out of the way.
Just knock the barrels out the way, clattering around somewhere else. And while we are just irreverently firing missiles with no real aim, we'll fire them can't. That's 1 action per activation. I only have 1 missile pod. Plus they overheated with that die result. That is what the little fire indicator is.
Yeah, you have 2 heat and, yeah, plus the 2 on the frame.
Yeah.
1 heat and 2 on the frame.
Well, that's mighty unfortunate. All right, well, that's all number 2's doing. With his 1 missile attack.
Okay. So,
Come on, bring Goliath out. Bring out your heavy.
oh, I am.
Do something with him.
Question is whether vaulting can be my free action, free movement action.
No clue, to be honest.
I'm assuming not. Verticality.
I do find it funny that we.
Oh, it does refer to it as a core mobility action.
Then yeah, it
Yeah.
can be your free.
All right.
I do find it funny that you've picked green as your color scheme, and I too have picked green as my color scheme.
Yes.
Yeah. Real easy to tell them apart on the field. Real distinct.
Well, you have the silly French, the French frames.
Uh-huh.
So,
And
all
you
right.
have the hyper-brutalist industrialist empire frames.
So the vaulting. I'm assuming I'm still gonna have to take that, the 2 heat.
That's part of the
Yeah,
rules,
it's part of
I
the
guess.
vaulting. Because normally you don't take the heat from the mobility.
Right.
But I assume I'm going to take that. So I'm going to, with my last heat,
I'm pretty sure you can see dang near anyone at that elevation.
yes. Wow. Look at that little guy over there.
There ain't nothing to see over there.
So I'm going to go after that guy who's on that littler building. Okay. So, we're going to do a howitzer shot.
No, please use your one howitzer shot.
I got 2 howitzer shots.
You know, it's the glare from the lights. I didn't.
No, I only have 1 heat left. So we got the 4. Though, honestly, I don't think we should stack the howitzer surgeability with the elevation bonus, because that would just get silly.
Look, Chief, it's your table. I'm just.
All right. Oh,
Oh God. So I do have reactive armor or reactive shielding, which I don't know if that's gonna save.
reactive. A howitzer is listed as ballistic.
So I got 4 defense.
Which one? Okay.
3 base and then the reactive shielding.
Okay, so it's going to go up to down 1, up 1, so 3. So I've got 6.
Poof.
So that takes 6 damage, right? Yeah, 6 damage.
Ah. How family friendly is your channel?
Is it? Well, at this point, it's really only in the first few minutes of the video that you shouldn't swear.
Do they stay as terrain or are they removed?
Yeah, they're an obstacle. So that was enough to knock him out?
He's a light frame, mate.
Okay. Since I've never beaten you at a game, I don't think I should.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever beaten you at a game.
No, you beat me in the one I'm making.
Oh yeah, only your game.
Yeah.
I've only beat you in your game.
Any game I show somebody, I lose. So, like, I was more than happy that you showed me a game, you know, the way curses work and all that. All right, so you are fully out of heat.
I am fully
So your
heated
next
up.
activation is going to be event cycle.
It will.
So if I'm going to do something, now is the time to do it.
Right.
All right, so we're going to activate the one that doesn't have a name and is unpainted, and I am ashamed.
That is a Hussar. I do know the name of that frame.
That's a Hussar?
Hussar.
Fantastic. Hussar's going to move. Move of medium. Remember what my guys do. So we're going to try and come around here. Whoop, nope, that needs to go there. I am on camera. I can't fudge anything. It's supposed to be accurate as possible. So that's the free thing. And I can just keep zipping along, just keep moving.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. First heat, we're going to move medium. That's going to put us, oh God, up to and on the wall. All right.
Just move it temporarily out of the way. I mean,
Yeah, I'm going to keep going. So we're just going to...
obviously, any of the smaller stuff, I assume you're stepping over it or through it or...
And then line it up there. And we put that in the opposite axis. And I can move like that. So that's 1, 2. Woo. That's 2 heat. I have 2 heat left. So I'm going to move a 3rd time. And we are going to move a 4th time because of the auxiliary generator.
Whoa, look at him go!
He has a knife and a dream. The dream is to not get shot by 18 howitzers.
That would be bad.
Yep, that's all 4 actions he can take.
All right, so I'm going to do event cycle. I'm going to let you add... All right, so I secured 2 points of interest. I've interacted with 2 points of interest.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 4 points.
Mm-hmm.
I have completed... I complete this contract for each enemy frame your force disabled in the preceding activation cycle. Mm-hmm. +1 if fulfilled and disabled the enemy frame was at full structure at the previous activation cycle.
Yep.
So that's a total of 6 credits.
Okay, and we are playing for 9.
Yeah. So that, yeah. So I had a very good turn.
Let's see if I can ruin that good turn. Oh, I have lost sight to your guy, and as such have lost the target lock.
Yeah.
I forgot that's how that worked until it was relevant. Oh man.
I have to double check. It might go away during my vent cycle also, but I'm not 100% sure.
Cool. Let's activate Lefty. Lefty's got 2 heat slots left. We're gonna see what Lefty can do. We're just, oh god, you have a full gambit, full set of shenanigans you can do. All right, so mandatory free move. We're gonna move.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. And then for the action, we're gonna fire the auto rifle into the front of your medium frame there.
Okay.
That's gonna be 5 dice. Looking for 3 or 4? 3?
3.
Gotcha. All right. I don't hate that.
And
We're gonna activate the surge ability to strafe. All right, I'll go through the chain link fence a short distance and just barely scrape into your side arc.
nope. Now I got 2 armor. Now you get 2 full hits on me.
Oh boy, 2 damage on the medium frame.
Hey, he's already got 3.
I wonder if I'll be able to kill him before all of my lights die.
You're also outside of his fire range of fire, but this guy can get a shot off.
Who has snapfire? Does he have a weapon with snapfire?
He's got. Do I? I'm supposed to have the.
You've been marking your heavy as your medium.
I have been. So I was reading.
So the beam rifle has snapfire. All right, we're just gonna for the old man at the table.
The old here, put the howitzers together. All right, so the beam rifle is going to fire 3.
How many heat was that?
How many have you generated?
Yeah, like in that die roll.
I picked it up. I should let you look.
So second action 1, 2. It's on 3. I know I had at least 1.
Yeah.
But I get to ignore the first. We're gonna be safe. We're gonna be generous.
All right. So roll my 3 for my beam rifle.
I gotta stop whistling like that. I'm indoors and these mics are gonna peak.
Okay, so we've got 2 hits. I'm elevated, knocking your armor down to 2. So that's 2 hits with the beam rifle. So that's 2 damage.
Yep.
Did not get the surge though. Heat, I got 1 heat.
You get a heat token for shooting.
So beam rifle, so it didn't overheat.
Gross. If I leave him out there, he's gonna die, but he can't move anywhere decent.
Yeah, he's going to. The twin howitzers are going to open up on you.
All right, so we're going to one last action, and you can't do nothing with it. I mean, if he's gonna die anyway, hell with it. We're gonna move again. Just make sure that the front arc is what you're gonna hit. All right, that's 3 heat on him. All right, hey, let's go. Jeez.
Okay, the howitzer. All right, so I'm going to activate the heavy, which is this one. So he's going to activate a howitzer. This one's going to have the enhanced scopes. 4 dice. All right.
clap.
Slow clap. Though it didn't overheat.
But you can still only use each weapon once per activation.
Well, that's a good thing I have 2 of them.
Well, golly, Grover, that sure is swell.
So he's
Let's
gonna.
see if he can aim better with the other one. He can aim better with the other
He's
one.
got the other one. So I did 3 damage. And
how many successes?
I'm sorry. I got 3 successes.
You got 3 successes.
Mm-hmm.
I have 4 defense due to my reactive
But
shielding.
I'm elevated above you.
Yep. 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 Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Now the reactive armor did save you one of the other plays. So that would be my last heat token on him, though. And he's done.
Yep. I'm gonna activate number 2. We're gonna strafe as a mandatory action. God, I'm getting tabled here. This is not ideal. Yeah, we're just gonna tuck into the corner, and then we're gonna take a move action to rotate for the last heat so I can vent, because I have to be at full heat to vent.
Yeah.
Oh, he's dead.
No, he's not. He took 3 hits.
Yeah, and he got shot previously with your laser rifle.
The laser rifle did 3
2.
damage. Right, so you shot.
5 health on a light frame. Like
Oh.
Grover. Light frames have 5 health.
Well, I'm an old man.
2 hits on the laser.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
3 hits on the howitzer.
Yep.
Now, Grover, I know you went to public school just like me, but 2 plus 3.
Is 4. So you. Well, now I have to figure out what to do. I'm running out of targets.
A tragedy, truly a tragedy. My heart bleeds for you, Grover.
I am going to go for the. I'm going to move forward here. Oops. That is a free action. Oh, hey, there's a dude there.
No, there isn't. Stop looking at him. He ain't there.
Okay, so we are.
Which one's the front? It's so difficult to tell which one's the front on this guy in particular.
I assume that.
Modular terrain.
Yeah, that is.
It's like that side.
Yeah, it is.
But that's a point. That's a direct.
I was kind of aiming towards where he was looking.
Okay, because I was aiming.
Because the way that pose is a little. Because they do have the dynamic poses.
They're very beautiful dynamic poses.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I'm gonna have to mark front arcs on them with something.
So.
It reminds me of BattleTech. You know, they got that torso twist, but you gotta mark something.
Did Jared just perk up when you said BattleTech?
Ah, he's vibing.
Okay. So, what do I want to do?
That's
So that was a
that's
first.
definitively into my side.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to try to get a target lock on you.
What to what end?
I got a missile launcher.
Of course you do.
So what was it? 4 dice.
4 dice.
And I need to break your armor.
Yep.
which,
3.
this
2 on the
case,
side.
2 on the side. I did not break your armor. Though if you have a snap fire, you can take that. 'Cause that
I'm
would
full heat.
Oh,
I'm
that's-
trying to vent.
Oh.
I want to go home. My guys are tired. 2 of them are dead.
They're not dead. They just died.
Right. It's the, what do they call it? The tapes. That's such a cool concept. The
I'm gonna
brain
do-
tapes. Man, I love that
I'm
idea.
gonna try the auto rifle into you. The auto rifle is 5 dice.
I got 3 defense,
2 defense.
3 reactive armor.
Okay. Well, good thing I got. So you took a damage. And I do. Wait. What's my surge on that one? Nope. Didn't get the surge. Oh, you're good. Good thing that reactive armor.
Are you done activating your light frame with your second? Let's see. You fired your auto rifle. You moved. Are you going to move again? Are you going to interact with something?
I'm going to interact with that center point.
Gotcha. All right, I'm going to vent. Let me check how many wonderful contracts I've completed. Surprisingly, there's no contract for getting your frames blown up. So, for some reason, I don't
But
think
there is a contract for blowing up frames.
Right, where's the equality? All right, so that vents, that
Flipping
vents,
all your guys
that
back.
Vents, that vents, that vents. I don't get rid of that damage. That sticks around until they die or I win.
The medium. What do I want to do?
By all means, Grover, do something.
It's very clever of you to keep it so I can't actually see any of you, that all of your guys are dead. And I have no targets now, so I can't burn up my heat. So now I have to run around in circles in order to grab the 3 points I need.
40%.
Now, Grover,
40%.
I thought we were here to have fun.
It is fun.
That's
but
an
I'm
awful
just-
lot of smack talk from somebody winning.
40% on battery.
We're good. We're good. We're almost.
This game's basically done.
So, well, he slipped right in. And then we're going to do a second move.
Okay, so there's a heat.
That should be my snow.
Because you got the free
Free
move.
move. There's a heat. All right. He's going to open up. I'm going to try to open up with the chain gun. It's kinda
Yeah.
like rolling 6 dice.
Yeah.
Maybe I can get a surge off. Okay, we've got. Oh, we definitely have a surge. We have all the surges.
But you don't hit, do you? Chain guns spend 3 to add 1 hit. I have 3 side armor.
Do you still?
Yes, because I vent cycled.
Oh, okay. What's the one that's flipped over?
Dead.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you did. So I still get the 3, but I still get to do a strafe.
Ich bin kaputt.
All right, he's doing a cool sideways strafe. Heat 3 definitely overheated that weapon. Luckily, I have a howitzer.
Yeah, send it in the side.
So that was, when the strafe was free, that was a surge.
Second shot was chain gun. You just shot after moving. You got a second heat. Free move, move independently, chain gun.
Okay. Howitzer. 4 dice. Got the surge off.
You're still shy a hit.
No,
You're shy by 1.
I'm on your side. Which not-
Base 2,
Yeah.
reactive makes 3.
Reactive. Didn't I just knock out the reactive?
You didn't hit him with the chain gun.
Oh, right. Okay. Oh, curses. Okay. That's okay.
Look, Grover, I got 2 frames left, all right?
I'll let you have this one.
Oh, you'll let me have.
I'll let you have this.
Play back the tapes. Play them back. I want a ref. All right, so I'm gonna activate the Hussar that I got right there.
Does he have a sword?
Yes,
Come charge me.
that's the idea. So that's gonna be 2.
Oh.
That's just barely. Just barely. That frame's gonna bend and break under my frame. That railing, whatever words. So it's gonna be 2 heat to get up there. within medium. Is that within medium? Yeah, that's within medium. I'm not gonna try and cheese too much, alright?
Get side.
Yeah, with my gun
Now, if
that
you
I
can kill
don't
it,
have.
if you can kill him in one turn, you can get a credit. You can get 2 credits for that.
Golly. That ain't that right. Now, charging isn't an action. However, moving is. I'm gonna put myself
Very nice.
square with your rear end. That's my third heat. Now with my auxiliary generators, I'm going to use my Giga Scalpel
All right.
as part of the melee attack action. I get 4 dice. Alright, so
Ooh.
now into your rear armor,
Which is 1. You did 3 hits.
that is 3 hits.
And how much damage does the Giga Scalpel do?
2 per hit.
That's 6.
Not enough to kill him.
And it does something with heat, isn't there, in terms of melee?
Let's see. After an enemy frame receives an action while engaged with this frame, give that frame 1 heat token, if able. So,
That was your complete?
that is the end of that frame's activation.
Okay. So I'm going to then do my do the heat the vent cycle. I get 2 credits for the kill. 1 for the kill, 1 because it was all in 1 turn. Because he hadn't taken damage previously?
Yeah, it was all in 1 round.
Okay. And then I secured and interacted with the
You already maxed out. You got your 4 points through those.
maxed out. But this is the point of these.
Per player.
This is the, what is the other one?
And then for frame, you can complete that 4 times.
Okay.
Did you complete 2 points that are... Here's a points. Currently
Because in terms of point, I did the, what is it? What is that called? The center
zone. The zone of operation.
I got this.
So you secure the zone of operation, which gives you another point.
Okay.
You bodied another of my guys.
Which is 2 more. Oh, unless I max out on that, right?
You're just enough. Disabled +1, so that puts you at 9. By the time I get into melee range, you have killed my men where they stand and secured enough that you can just walk away on your payday.
So, overall, what did you think of? That's the first time I've seen someone use the Giga Scalpel. So, what you did?
I feel like I played too conservatively, but had to given the lanes of fire established down the center of the map.
Okay.
I was playing a very risky list. Like I needed to establish and maintain line of sight on a lock on something.
Mm-hmm.
If I was smarter, I would have had the medium go out, establish the lock on your medium, and then try to close the distance. Then I would have had all of my lights fire missile pods, like activate, strafe,
Sure.
missile pod, activate, strafe, missile pod, activate, strafe, missile, and just repeat that until I hammered down on something. I think I lost sight of what I was intending to do with this list. I made a couple bad decisions. I should not have strafed out into the open. I should have just taken the shot and just stayed there. Also, I think I was greedy when I deployed the point of interest right here. I should have put it closer to the cover to give, like, everything being open in the middle just led to how it, led to a heavy range list having the advantage.
Okay. So I need to get some cars printed. This box, you're right, because then I could have added
like
some logic,
something.
some cars.
Elevation played a big role in this.
Mm-hmm.
Because even if there was cover here, that would like force elevation along the sides to be more relevant. But like, no, it was good. It was good. There were a couple instances where I definitely know that I made misplays that like cost me. But all in all, it was a good time.
Did you have fun?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always fun sitting there playing a game with friends, you know? Do I wish I had won? Of course. But I can see where I lost. Your dice rolled a little bit better than mine on top
Oh,
of
I
that.
did very well. That
Your-
one, that howitzer hit.
Your dice were hot this game, like.
Yeah. That howitzer hit was crazy.
But no, you know, it's always fun to get to play a game with people, you know. So it was a good time. So things didn't go to plan. A couple of tactical errors were made. And it turns out when you field frames made out of paper mache and dreams, howitzer shells tend to crush them quickly. But hey, I hit him with a Giga Scalpel, and he won the game. So, you know, get him next time. He'll be all right.
Okay, now please leave the interview.
God, it's gonna be so chopped together.
Oh. So I have to say that game went way better than I expected. I went with a lot of heavy firepower. Those howitzers really punched through his frames. To be fair, I got really hot dice, and being able to knock out one of his frames in one shot, that's not something you're going to see that often. But I think it was a good game. I hope Sean had fun, and well, until next time. All right, if you stuck around this long and you're seeing this video and you're not subscribed, why not? Hit the subscribe button. We're going to have more battle reports coming up. Our next battle report will probably be mobile arms again, but I want to try a third-party scenarios to see how they play out. Take a look for some build videos for the terrain that was used in this battle report. They're both in the works right now. So until next time, this has been Grover.